see what we have today for Roots. It's Alex Haley himself.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the author and journalist, Alex Haley. He was born on this date, 1921, passed away in 1992.
Goodness.
Yeah, he lived a pretty nice, long life.
Yeah.
I thought it was real touching. They did a series of reports on him actually going back to Africa, and when he found what would have probably been a cousin.
Right.
It was a little bit emotional.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, Andrew, what are you up to this morning?
Oh, nothing much, sir. We've got Facebook up and running. We've got YouTube up and running. We're at full steam ahead right now.
Full steam ahead.
Man. I'm glad that we got a radio station run on steam engine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how the workings of this old radio station, we've got our buddy Andrew back there. He's studying for the certified radio operator exam.
Man.
So how'd that go yesterday? Have you learned anything new?
Yes, sir, I have. And in fact, when I came in the studio for our listeners, Tim immediately started grilling me on stuff like what's the EAS and all of this. So I'm getting there. A lot of what I learned yesterday was about the FCC specifically. You know, the wonderful world of the Federal Communications Commission. So
hey, just when you think you've got their rules memorized, they'll change them on you.
Yeah, usually it takes place when graduation of college takes place. You get a whole new group of kids come in there and they start changing up things.
Oh boy! So have fun with that. I think you're going to do really well because you look like a borderline intellect.
Listen to both of y'all talking a while ago. I remind me of that old saying about I felt like a pair of brown shoes at a black tie dinner. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Poor Rick. Andrew asked me a question about the reserved band.
Yeah.
And the first channel on FM is 88.1, but it's reserved for 87.9. And I was explaining that the old Channel 6 audio was 88.7. So they wanted one little notch of frequency to have the spacing.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Most of the Channel 6s are on different frequencies now. There's maybe a handful, but most of them are gone. Everything's digital.
This is what I'm talking about, folks. I have no idea what.
Well, I'll tell you something else. You want some good trivia? Here you go. All of the FM band, all of the police radios, a little bit of the ham radio band. They're all wedged between Channel 6 and Channel 7 on the old TV spectrum. Everything was between 6 and 7.
There you go.
So there's some trivia. That is what you will call useless trivia.
Things you need to know.
All right, we're going to move along this morning. We have lots of stuff to talk about. We also have our FCA scripture of the day. We also have our news coming up, and we have tidbits galore.
Oh, I've got stuff.
You got stuff too?
I got stuff.
All right, we'll get started here after the break.
Here's a website you need to remember: StanleyFordEastland.com. At Stanley Ford in Eastland, we are making it easy for you to choose the car that's perfect for you. Go to StanleyFordEastland.com, where we have over 600 used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, plus our phenomenal selection of new Ford vehicles. Visit our website at StanleyFordEastland.com, or you can come see us at 1308 East Main Street in Eastland, Texas. Stanley Ford, your car dealer for the cross country. We love you, Texas.
Everybody, this is Pat down at the Tattered Pearl. We have the hot summer fashion you're looking for in Graham, Texas. We have our USA tees all summer long, and we're supporting the lake tanks. Come on in and find your best selection. We offer the brightly colored crossbodies, and also let's not forget the masks. We have children's, adult women's, and adult men's masks. We are also offering this summer bridal baskets, so if you know that special someone that's getting married, come on in. We'll put something special together. Only down here at the Tattered Pearl. See you down at the station at 338 4th Street.
Storms, fires, floods, and tornadoes. No matter when severe weather hits our area, you can count on Y100.5 FM to bring you the latest information on where it will strike and how to keep safe. Using minute-by-minute information from the National Weather Service and constant contact with first area responders and spotters to bring you the latest on our weather. Severe weather coverage on Y100.5 FM, brought to you by Bryan Insurance Agency, serving Graham and surrounding areas for almost 100 years.
Things sure have changed a lot over the years in the banking business, and Sierra Bank of Graham has kept up with all the latest banking technologies. Online banking at its best. You can also manage your accounts from your computer or mobile device and alerts in case your identity or account has been compromised. You get instant account information at the touch of your fingers. But if you want to talk to somebody, well, they do that too. Visit the lobby at 623 Elm or call at 549-2040. Sierra Bank, the bank of today and the future. Member FDIC.
Making dinner is not the time to find out that you've popped a breaker. Again! The oven, toaster, coffee pot, and that thing that chops everything is just too much for the kitchen plugs. Maybe it's time to call Star Plumbing and Electrical to get an upgrade. Breakers to bulbs to plugs that work when you need them, Star Plumbing and Electrical can make it happen. Part of the Star family of companies, they'll be quick, clean, and affordable. Call them right now. 940-549-7686. 940-549-7686. TSBPE license 38333. TECL license 34833.
Good morning. This is Michelle Graham with your FCA Scripture of the Day. Matthew 7:12. Do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. This is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophets. Father God, encourage us to follow this golden rule so that we may love everyone and treat everyone how we would want to be treated. In Jesus' name, amen.
This is Coach Paul Johnson with Big Country East FCA. If you would like information on what I do with FCA and how I can help your school system, or if you would like to be a part of FCA and the vision of FCA, feel free to call me at 325-660-2347. That's 325-660-2347. God bless. Have a great day.
All right, we need to take a look at our weather forecast. Weather being brought to us by Highsmith Automotive.
Well, don't get the sweaters out anytime soon. I can tell you that. It's going to be kind of hot for a while. Sunny and hot today with the temperature around 102. Now, we're going to see those winds blowing up out of the south again like they did yesterday. It was pretty stiff wind, so just be aware of that. We're going to drop down to 77 again tonight, and that south wind will stay with us around 20. Now, for your Wednesday, we're looking at 103 for a high. Heat index is up around 107 to 110, so be prepared for that. Southeast winds up around 10. Again, 77 for and clear on Wednesday night, and then on Thursday let's kick it up a notch. 104 for a high with sunny and hot, but the winds are going to calm down a little bit out of the south at only 10 miles an hour. Currently outside, we're looking at 73% humidity. We got south winds at 5. We have no clouds at the moment, so it is clear all over the place. And we are looking tonight for a sunset at 8:22. Right now, the temperatures around the region, Eastland, the cool spot at 77. Breckenridge, the hot spot at 82. And right here in Graham, we're looking at 80.
Highsmith Automotive in Graham and Jasper Engines and Transmissions offers a cost-effective solution to your present engine or transmission troubles. Avoid a costly new car purchase or a high lease payment by putting new life into your present vehicle. Let Highsmith Automotive install a Jasper remanufactured engine or transmission with a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty and available premium service plan. Call Highsmith Automotive today at 940-521-0294.
All right, I was looking at this about food and said more food news, so it immediately got my attention. Oreo is about to introduce the Java Chip Oreo cookies coffee-flavored filling that has chocolatey chips in it.
Oh. Of course they would, right when I'm on the middle of my food addiction diet.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that will go into 2 other new flavors, a tiramisu, Tiramisu. What is that?
That is an Italian, it's kind of like a coffee-flavored cheesecake with wafers in the middle of it.
All right, yes. And then there's a latte cream fudge-dipped Oreo thin bites.
What in the world are they doing?
They're messing with us.
Coffee-flavored Oreos? Coffee is my favorite. Oreos are one of my...
All right, Betty Crocker's even in the mix on this. She knows you can't resist it, and soon will put the no-bake chocolate peppermint cookie dough bites in.
Of course.
Costco is selling keto-friendly egg sandwiches, which have a bun made from eggs with a couple of meat patties in between.
Costco, though. Mm-hmm. I on my list of places to go eat, Costco's usually not in the top.
No, it used to be when they had samples, but nobody has samples anymore.
No, they can't do that. That'll get you in trouble now.
Hey, they've got some good pizza and some good hot dogs there. Costco.
Thank you again.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, which one do you like better, Sam's or Costco? How about you, Andrew?
I like Costco better.
All right.
We go with Sam's. I don't know. Sam's never let us down yet, so we're kind of hanging with him.
We had an ex-relative that we used their card for quite a while for Costco, and now that we don't have that card accessible anymore, we've decided that we'll just go back to Sam's.
That's what we do. Is I have to go get water for the church and different things, so we just, all at the same time.
All right. As we move around this morning, we've got so many things to talk about. I'll tell you what, let's squeeze the song in. We'll come back and hear from Dr. Bob. We got to get him in here to get his 2020 updated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sound out loud when he comes. The dead in Christ shall rise. I'll be glad on the day when he changes my name. I want to be ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Write my name. Since Jesus lifted me, and I want to be ready when Jesus comes. For we know not the day or the hour he will appear, but we know in our hearts he's coming back again. My heart is fixed, my mind is surely made up. I want to be ready when Jesus comes. I want to be ready. I've already fixed it. One Saturday evening, I told the Lord, if you will free my soul and stay with me, Father, I'd follow you till the very end. I gotta be ready. Oh yes, ready when Jesus comes. You said you would come back like a thief in the night. I wanna be ready. Oh yes, ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Write my name on the roll. I've been changed since Jesus
So Brian Ray just sent me a picture of an Indian motorcycle.
Yes.
And it was a 2015 fully loaded white with the leather, and I'm talking the tan leather saddlebags and seat. Now, the question I have, you Harley guys, would you have respect for me on an Indian? Because you don't think too highly of me on my Yamaha V-Star.
I mean, you know, they are what they are. But no, those Indians are cool bikes. There's a really nice place over in Denton.
I've been over there.
Yeah, that sells those. And I'll tell you what, those are quality vehicles.
So we can't talk Jill into letting you get a motorcycle, even with training wheels?
I don't know. If I got a trike, I don't know if she would be a little more willing. But yeah, a motorcycle, no. I even mentioned moped, and she was like, I'd more likely let you get a moped, but she was still not so sure about that. So
hey, you keep working on her, man.
Has Jill ever rode one?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, where we go.
Hey, I noticed on our Facebook stream that Dan McMillan is tuned in this morning.
Yes.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
He's a good man. I'll tell you what. He is always in the middle of everything. If you think about it, you got the funeral home, and then on top of it, you're in the Masonic Lodge. I'm telling you, Dan's the man.
He's got it going on.
Glad he's in. And, of course, Melanie, your mom is in. She's tuned in. It's just a busy morning already. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to hear from Dr. Bob. So an Indian motorcycle is okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Indians are nice. I know a guy that's got one, and I'm telling you what, they are super bikes.
You know, my grandfather had one, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was in the back of the farm. It was behind the barn at the farm. Mm-hmm. It was green. It was a military surplus Indian motorcycle. And I remember that lens that was on the front fender of the...
Had that Indian...
Yeah, it had the Indian head or whatever it was.
Right.
I think it lit up, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. But anyway, it had the gear shifter that was on the side. And he used to always tell me, if you can go back there and get that thing running, it's yours. Well, I didn't know that it had problems that it would never have run. But he had picked it up as a military surplus project. Oh, wow. And I think it had a broken rod or something in it.
Yeah, but that would have been a high-dollar bike to get that thing going.
Yep.
Yeah.
He also had, do you remember, I don't know if you had them around here or not, but the Knox Oil Company was here in this area. Do you remember that?
I don't remember them.
Well, he also had a Studebaker pickup truck. Hold on a minute. Not a Studebaker, an International. International pickup truck. And on the back, it had Knox on the tailgate. And Knox did that for all of their trucks. They had the Knox emblem on the back. And he had one of those. And he actually turned the trailer, the back of the truck into a trailer.
Wow.
Where he could haul stuff.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you? With the old pickup bed?
Old pickup bed,
yeah. They work.
They work.
So anyway, good memories of the farm. There was just lots and lots of good stuff for a kid to play with.
Tons of fun.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob of Hollander Chiropractic. I'm still the newest chiropractor here in Graham. Now over 30 years of experience in treating neck, low back, arm, and leg pain. Plus I do DOT exams as well. I take same-day appointments, and I'm always available early, late, or even weekends by appointment. For affordable chiropractic care, give me a call, 940-549-9400. Or better yet, drop by 746 Elm Street across from Graham Savings. I just want to thank everyone for voting us Best Chiropractor in Graham for 2019. It's an honor, and we truly appreciate it. And remember, I've got your back.
And 2020, can't forget.
That's right.
Both. Andrew, you got anything back there in master control?
Yes, sir. In fact, I do. In the news about things that Christians have already figured out before anyone else. What makes a reader reach for a book that spares no gut-wrenching detail and delves into tough topics? Likely the same reason that we ride roller coasters, says Ramani Durvasula, PhD and professor of psychology at California State University at Los Angeles. We experience something that pushes our buttons vis-a-vis fear and anxiety, but in a controlled manner. If we're lucky, she says, we won't have personally experienced the traumatic situation being recounted, but we've all suffered in some way or are perhaps stumbling in the darkness too. Plus, much like other forms of reading, these books help us cultivate compassion and empathy by expanding our worlds, even if in a more extreme way. So delving in a book that spares no gut-wrenching detail and delves into tough topics, it's not like Christians have no idea what that means, but it's that idea that we all want to know that we're experiencing suffering together while on this little blue ball, and but it's all in a controlled environment, and so it's like riding a roller coaster.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, there's days when you're at the bottom of the hill and days you're at the top of the hill, and there's days sometimes you have to get off, you know.
All right. The one thing I will say is that I like the constant moving. How do I put this? I would rather, instead of be reading a book, living it. You know what I mean? That's why I like to fly airplanes. My aunt, Aunt Pat, she said, "You have crammed 3 lifetimes into one."
That's a good thing.
Hey, I'll take it.
Live a life, man.
Maybe my next lifetime I'll write a book about it.
Yeah.
He'd tell the Lord that the price was right. He wouldn't wait another minute, weighed it down with what riches afford. And if old King Agrippa could just talk to you, he'd say, almost, brother, will never do. You've got a heaven to gain, so what on earth are you waiting for? Oh, what on earth are you waiting for? There's nothing here worth missing heaven for. Happiness is waiting at your heart's door. Let Jesus in. Let him in today. You've got heaven to gain, so what on earth are you waiting for? If waiting on starry-eyed dreams to unfold and chasing illusions of your pot of gold, as you're waiting on giving your life over to the Lord, all the tinsel will tarnish, the glitter will fade, and all that is of this world pass away. So with heaven to gain, what on earth are you waiting for? What on earth are you waiting for? There's nothing here worth missing heaven for. Happiness is waiting at your heart's door. Let Jesus in.
do so.
There was a shooting outside of the White House.
That was President Trump after returning to the White House briefing room. He was escorted out yesterday after a confrontation between a man and a Secret Service officer.
The suspect then turned around, ran aggressively towards the officer, and in a drawing motion, withdrew an object from his clothing.
Secret Service Uniform Division Chief Thomas Sullivan says the agent fired his weapon after the suspect crouched into a shooter stance. The suspect is hospitalized. 20 million and counting the number of coronavirus cases around the world.
The number of people killed by COVID-19 globally has reached over 730,000, according to Johns Hopkins University.
Fox's Jill Nato. Officials say the U.S. has the highest infection rate. America's listening to Fox News.
PositiveRadio.net, KBLY Newcastle, Graham, Eliasville, and KCKB, Moran, Albany.
I noticed there's an actor by the name of Lloyd Nolan, and he was in Peyton Place. He was also Dr. Chegley in Julia. Don't know that one.
No idea.
I don't either. But it was a really slow TV theme day today.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't have any choice. I had to pull something up, and this is the best I could do. Lloyd Nolan. He was born in the state 1902. This is August the 11th.
August the 11th. That's right.
Peyton Place. That was like a primetime soap opera, like a Dallas, I think.
Well, wasn't Raymond Burr in that?
Might have been.
I can't remember.
I was too little.
Yeah, I was too. I was too young for that one.
Oh, well. There you go. Hey, we've got a great show in store for you for the next couple of hours. We're glad you're tuned into the Wake Up Call on B104.1 and, of course, Y100.5. How did the Rangers do last night?
They got stomped 10-2 last night. We had a guy that's taken Corey Kluber's place, got out and pitched last night. And didn't end well. The Mariners unleashed on them. Last night was the first night they had the roof open, though, for the game.
The big warehouse?
Yeah, the big warehouse in Arlington. And they were trying to figure out if the ball was going to carry more. Well, the Mariners hit a grand slam, so I think they got their question answered there. So, but yeah, not too good. But the Mavericks came back last night and won. So
they did?
Yeah, they beat Utah, so that was good.
Did you see that video of who's the coach for the Mavericks?
Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that video where he was lit up like orange? He looked even worse than Donald Trump.
Oh, he's going through some stuff right now.
Oh, is he going through it?
Well, no, I'm just saying is that he has went through he's having to go through a lot of things and different things. I'm sure his health is not probably great.
Oh, it's health related.
So, yeah.
Okay. I had no idea. I didn't know that was the case.
I was listening to some things about him and talking about that he keep pushing himself, and different things. And he's one of those alpha male kind of guys. So he's going to, I'm good, don't worry about me. And he's not looking good.
Well, I don't know if it was the TV tinting or what, but his color was terrible over the weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we need to look at our weather forecast. Weather's going to be brought to us by Highsmith Automotive. Stick around.
Attention vehicle owners. Before you trade your transportation, let Highsmith Automotive give your vehicle a new lease on life with a remanufactured product from Jasper Engines or Transmissions. A Jasper remanufactured engine, transmission, or differential will extend your vehicle's life, giving you the extra cash to do the things you really enjoy. And a Jasper offers a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide parts and labor warranty. Call Highsmith Automotive in Graham at 940-521-0294.
All right, what's it looking like?
Well, we're going to see some hot temperature, boys and girls, so get ready for it. 102 today. South winds up around 20, so the heat indexes are going to be up there. We're going to see clear skies tonight, 77 degrees for a low tonight, and those south winds will stay at 20 miles an hour. Now, the winds are going to kick down a little bit tomorrow around 10, but temperature is going to be up tomorrow. 103 for the air temperature, 107, 110 for those heat indexes going on Wednesday. 77 for a low on Wednesday night, and Thursday, We're looking at sunny and hot with a high around 104 degrees, and those south winds will continue to blow. As long as that high pressure ridge is over us, we're going to be seeing that
right
for a little bit.
Smack dab over the middle of us. I mean, if I had to take the center of this, I would probably say Stephenville.
We need a hurricane to blow it out of the way or something.
Yeah.
Currently outside, we're looking at 73% humidity. We got south winds at 5. You've got clear skies out there. 8:22 on the Sunset tonight. Temperatures around the region, 77 in Eastland. That was just a few minutes ago. They're all updated. Good. 81, the hot spot over in Breckenridge. And right now here in Graham, Texas, USA, we're looking at 79.
During these challenging times, you can stream more and worry less with unlimited data on all speeds up to 1 gig from Brazos Communications. No contract, no data caps, and no throttling. Call Brazos today at 800-687-3222 and experience the best internet ever. Brazos Internet not available in all areas. Find us online at brazosnet.com or follow us on Facebook at Brazos Communications.
All right, it's time once again for Today in Texas History.
Well, not a lot went on, but at the University of Texas at Austin, they had a little fire.
Oh.
Yeah, on this day in 1965 in Austin, the University of Texas was cleaning up after damage from a fire that burnt part of the 20th floor of the 27th floor main building. Now, what was unique about this fire? And why this stuff was there, I have no idea. But a collection of items that were once owned by Harry Houdini and circus magistrate P.T. Barnum were all damaged in the smoke and the water. So this is what gets me. They had this fire down at the University of Texas, and it burnt 20th floor full of stuff from P.T. Barnum and Harry Houdini. So I don't know what
Well, here's what happens.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. So some really big shot rich guy donates a ton of money to the university and then says, and you got to do something with this crud. So they have to sit on it until typically the guy dies or the rest of his family dies, and then they can get rid of it. But it's like they're sitting on all this stuff because there was stuff tied to it.
Well, Harry Houdini and P.T. Barnum had some stuff destroyed on this day in 1965.
Yeah, I think it's tied to a grant. What do you think, Andrew? Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, sir. That definitely does.
Yeah, there's so many things. I could mention some churches that have all this equipment that is useless, but they hold on to it because it was donated
by somebody.
Yes.
You know, actually, on this deal here, Wayne Graham might be able to give us a little insight on it.
Oh, you think?
He's a big University of Texas.
Yeah, he might know the stuff on that.
He might know the whole story behind this.
Yep. All right, let's see what else is up this morning. I had something that I wanted to talk about with Elvis. You know, Elvis's death.
That's right, his death
anniversary is Sunday. So I have some Elvis trivia stuff that you might not have known about.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't really talk to him about it. So
no,
you said you wanted to talk about some stuff with Elvis. So,
yeah, it'd be kind of tough.
Yeah, it'd be a little hard to talk to him.
Yep. You know, if Elvis was alive today, you know what he'd say? Let me out of this box.
Graham Psychological Associates is your home for counseling and psychological testing. We have 2 licensed psychologists and 3 licensed professional counselors. We offer individual and family counseling sessions for adults and children. We accept most insurance coverages and do not require a physician's referral. We now offer both in-person sessions and video sessions.
Graham Psychological Associates, located at 617 3rd Street. Give them a call at 940-549-2259.
And let us help you become the person you want to be.
All right, we ought to have some Elvis music in the background when I do this.
You would think you would have some.
Yeah, but nah. It'd be too much work looking it up. Okay. So here's some Elvis trivia for you. Even in the South, Elvis was a pretty strange name. The first time he heard it, he goes, wow, this is really weird. This was Scotty Moore who played guitar.
Right.
He was in Presley's first recording session at Sam Phillips's Sun Records. And, of course, Sam's secretary wrote it down and said, wow, Elvis, that doesn't look right.
Did you know that Elvis Andrews, a shortstop for the Texas Rangers, is named after Elvis Presley?
Really?
Yeah, his mother listened to Elvis in the Dominican Republic, and that's where she got his name.
Elvis had an amazing memory. He'd hear songs on the radio and then sing them immediately.
Wow.
Oh, I can't do that. That's yeah.
No, I'm not that good.
No, me neither. It said that he seemed like he knew every song in the world, according to Scotty Moore. He said country, pop, R&B, Elvis had a sponge brain when it came to lyrics.
Had no idea.
So we'll have more of this Elvis trivia throughout the rest of the week.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. You're pretty excited about this, right?
I like that stuff.
For the perfect gift for a bridal shower or a wedding, we at Jordan Pharmacy are here to help you. You can choose a gift right from their selections. Choose the amount you want to spend. It's so easy. There's no scanning, and we will wrap your gift for you and get it delivered.
Come see us at 1332 Highway 16 South, Graham, Texas, or call us at 940-549-1011.
Andy, Rick, and Tim's the Wake Up Call.
Write my name on the roll. I've been changed since Jesus lifted me, and I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Write my name on the roll. I've been changed since Jesus lifted me, and I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. When he comes, the trumpet will sound out loud. When he comes, the dead in Christ shall rise. I'll be glad on the day when he changes my name. I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Write my name on the roll. I've been changed since Jesus lifted me, and I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. For we know not the day or the hour he will appear, but we know in our hearts he's coming back again. My heart is fixed, my mind is surely made up. I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. I wanna be ready. I've already faced him one Saturday evening. I told the Lord, if you will free my soul and stay with me, Father, I'd follow you till the very end. I gotta be ready. Oh yes, ready when Jesus comes. You said you would come back like a thief in the night. I wanna be ready. Oh yes, ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for the Christian Jubilee. Write my name on the roll. I've been changed since Jesus lifted me, and I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. I wanna be ready when Jesus comes. When he comes.
Okay, so I have Prime Video. It's part of my Prime for Amazon package.
I like it.
And the other night, I don't know if you remember it. Back maybe Wednesday, Tuesday of last week, you suggested a movie, Follow Me Boys.
Yes, I love that movie.
And it had Fred McMurray in it. And I enjoyed it like you wouldn't believe.
I'm telling you, isn't that a great movie?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was good, wholesome, the good old values that America once had. The rambunctious kid that needed some attention, and it was good stuff.
And Fred McMurray played a great role in that show,
Yes.
that movie. It made such an impression on me when I was a kid. I saw it when I was in 6th grade, and one of our teachers decided to show that at Easter. Easter, and I think at Christmas, and when I was a junior high, what they do is they bring everybody in the auditorium, they show a movie.
Right.
And I remember watching that, and all my friends, I mean, we were all in Boy Scouts and stuff, we were just sitting there just mesmerized by this movie. It's good.
It was really, really good. I enjoyed it. So thank you for the tip.
Sure do.
That was good. I can't believe I'd missed it all these years.
Yeah, it's an incredible show, and I mean, it was a Disney thing, and I just thought it was. I mean, Kurt Russell's in it.
Yes.
and you know, pretty neat.
He was the wild kid.
Yeah,
just needed some attention.
Just a little attention, a little help there.
Yeah, I really did enjoy it. So, Andrew, if you get a chance to watch Follow Me Boys, it's a great movie.
Yes, sir.
All right, what else is up? I got to tell you, we're already into the 11th day of August.
Didn't take long.
And it was just like yesterday, it seemed like, that we were preparing the month to change up. And, of course, we are gearing up for video along with our radio broadcast.
That's right.
When we get to high school sports.
We should hurry and get here.
Did you find out a first date yet?
I haven't found out yet. I sent messages. I haven't gotten anything back yet.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to figure out the logistics.
Yeah, and they're also trying to figure out the schedule for sure. Yeah. Because Middle and Greenwood kind of threw everybody a curveball.
You know how much of a NASA buff I am?
Oh, yeah, NASA's great.
NASA's good stuff. I think you are too, especially after you got to meet Jerry Woodfield down there at NASA at the big headquarters.
You know, you and I were about the same time. When we were younger, everybody wanted to be an astronaut.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
And Tang, remember when Tang came out? How many gallons of that junk did you drink?
Oh. Remember how we would take these little toys? Like I took an old top that, one of those tops with a string that you could spin, and make it stand up and last forever on concrete or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I used it because if you flipped it upside down, it looked like an Apollo spacecraft. And so my friends and I, we would fly through everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
With our Apollo spacecrafts, whatever they were. Whatever we turned into a spaceship, we were flying. Because that was our whole life, was this space exploration.
Yeah, and I remember when G.I. Joe came out with a astronaut G.I. Joe. That was the coolest thing ever.
I got busted, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the neighbor girl and I were the same age. And I brought my G.I. Joe over, and I played Barbies with her. G.I. Joe.
As long as you have G.I.
Barbie.
Joe.
Yeah, I didn't play with Ken.
Yeah.
He wasn't my type.
Yeah, he no.
But I did take my G.I. Joe over.
Well, that's half okay.
Yeah, the pink little car, the little pink Corvette for Barbie. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Political correctness has now gone to NASA.
Oh, brother.
Here we go. You're going to love this. The new rules. You ready? The Eskimo Nebula, discovered in 1787 by the guy that, by the way, his name is William Herschel. It is now referred to as NGC 2392. Now, they also had the Siamese Twins Galaxy, but NASA says, no, that's just not politically correct. And those two galaxies are renamed NGC 4567 and 4568. At least they kept the numbers close.
Oh, there you go.
But they said that NASA is also examining the use of unofficial terminology for cosmic options. And they basically are saying that they need to be committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think that it should have been equality, that they misspelled it again.
Up there.
Yeah, diversity, equality, and inclusion. So
are we having a problem with Eskimos and Siamese twins protesting people using their likeness as a name?
No, I don't think anybody's having a problem with anything. I think what the problem is that the majority of the nation didn't buy into this liberal garbage, and now they're just messing with us.
Well, I'm just thinking, if somebody wants to name something after me, I don't have a problem with it as long as it's, not like a trash can or something, but I'm not gonna
the Rick can.
Yeah, I was just a Rick can. but I'm just saying is that I don't understand what the big deal is.
Yeah, if they called something the Fat Andy Galaxy, I'm not sure I'd care so much.
I don't know.
I've got a galaxy.
I would go for it if I could get my name out there like that.
I mean, it wouldn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
I mean, because I mean, like if someone called that the Fat Rick thing, I'm like, well, okay, well that's what I am. So I mean, we have to deal with that.
Yeah, I could see that, but I'd take it. Sure.
Yeah.
The Fat Andy Galaxy.
I like it.
Oh, I had to explain to Andy yesterday where I came up with his little nickname. Handy Andy.
Oh, there you go.
That was a grocery store chain in South Texas. Do you remember it?
Yes, it was. I remember that now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Handy Andy. And it had a guy kind of looked like Handy. I'm going to try to look it up and see if I can find it. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I think it was wearing like a apron or
yeah. Hold on, we'll find it. You watch.
This is Andrew Jonas from the Hillside Church of Christ with your daily dose of Scripture. This week we're in Galatians chapter 5, verses 16 through 26. Today's verses are verses 19 through 21. Now the deeds of the flesh are evident, which are immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, sorcery, enmities, strife, jealousy, outbursts of anger, disputes, dissensions, factions, envying, drunkenness, carousing, and things like these, of which I forewarn you, just as I have forewarned you, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. He spoke earlier in the chapter about walking by the flesh versus walking by the Spirit. But here we have the notion that there are deeds of the flesh. And if we are following any of these deeds of the flesh, then we are walking by the flesh. Therefore, we must not do these things as Christians. I think sometimes people miss that concept throughout this scripture. But here he gives us a list of the deeds of the flesh, and it's a fairly wide list. And already being a broad list, he adds, and things like these. So it's a broad list of things, but the point is all of these things have one thing in common. We're walking by the flesh and not by Christ. If you want to find a group of people who are avoiding these deeds of the flesh in order to be people that can inherit the kingdom of God, please come and find us at the Hillside Church of Christ. Sunday mornings at 10, Wednesday evenings at 7. Hillside, a church in Christ alone.
Okay, we found it. We found the Handy Andy supermarkets. If you go on Facebook and look up Handy Andy, or just to the web, anywhere on the web, I haven't showed this to Andy yet, but the Handy Andy with the mascot hit with the apron is the one that Rick and I were thinking about.
I remember because when we were kids, we would go down to San Antonio on vacations, and that would be our stop to get some food before we headed to Galveston.
Yeah, so you had your choice down in South Texas of Handy Andy or H-E-B, and and at the time, Handy Andy was more popular. Also, there was Piggly Wiggly.
Yes, Piggly Wiggly. Very, very much remember them.
Yeah, and then. Who was it that got in all the trouble for the meat? Did y'all have one here, a food line?
No.
You didn't have a food line?
No, we haven't.
They had a food line that was over in Abilene, and they got in a ton of trouble because they were, as they say, covering up old meat and reselling it.
Gross.
Yeah.
Now, we had a lot of independent stores here, and we had Buddy's, Winn-Dixie, United were the only two stores we had.
Wasn't right down the street here on
That was a Safeway.
That was a Safeway
back in the day, but it burned up and then it became United.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you work? Which one did you
United.
work at? I know, but
over where the fitness place is now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I worked at my whole high school.
The Anytime Fitness, that was it?
Yep, that's where it was. And then
now, what was the big one that was back over where the cargo containers are?
There wasn't one over there.
Behind. Oh, that's not. It looks like a big slab.
No, that was Gibson's.
Gibson's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was Gibson's. But the up there where the United is now, that used to be Buddy's. Is when it first started. It came to Graham. It was Buddy's. Buddy's was up there, and then right across the parking lot was Leonard's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Paul Johnston just texted in. Don't forget Fiesta. They had the bad meat scandal
Fiesta.
too.
Yep.
Yep.
No, we didn't have that here. We were pretty blessed with all that good stuff.
Yep. So yeah, for South Texas, the three biggies: the Piggly Wiggly, Handy Andy, and HEB.
HEB I love.
Yeah, HEB. What's the closest one? I guess Weatherford now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, this is Pete with your local Dish authorized retailer. Did you know we also do smart home? When you sign up for Dish right now, you'll get a Google Nest Hello video doorbell on us. Yes, you heard that right. Sign up for Dish and get a Google Nest Hello video doorbell on us. No gimmicks. Just whole home entertainment, connectivity solutions, and friendly service with a smile. Visit the movie store at 1442 4th Street or call 940-800-2445 for details about this exclusive local Dish authorized retailer offer.
Google and Google Nest Hello are trademarks of Google LLC. Some features, including mobile notifications, remote control, video streaming, and video recording, require working internet and Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
All right, it's time once again for On This Day in Sports.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sports.
All right, a few things happen on this day. I wish I could go back and tell these guys this is a bad idea, but they did it anyway. On this day in 1919, the Green Bay Packers Football Club was founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau. They named it after their sponsor, the Indian Packing Company.
Really?
That's where they got the name Packers at.
Okay.
On this day in 1929, Babe Ruth was the first professional baseball player to go 500 home runs. This one's a kind of a cool little story. Cecil Page seems like he's been in a lot of our On Today in History.
Yeah.
On this day in 1968, Cecil Page, at the age of 62, was needing 158 days on his major league payroll to qualify for a pension. Well, he was signed by the Atlanta Braves on this day in 1968, too, so he could get his pension. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And a sad one on this day in 2003, Herb Brooks, the inspirational coach who guided the U.S. hockey team to the Miracle on Ice triumph in 1980 and a coach and a scout for the Pittsburgh Penguins, died in a car crash north of Minneapolis on this day in 2003. He was 66 years old.
No kidding.
And there you go. That's your day in sports history.
I noticed my sister is watching this morning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, remember I talked about her yesterday.
Right.
So, hi, Debbie. Glad you're tuned in to Facebook Live.
Cool.
Yeah. And then who else? Gina said she also liked that movie, Follow Me, Boys.
Oh, telling you, that's a great movie.
She said it's also, somebody else was pointing out, who was it? Oh, that it was a good book.
Yes,
There was
I
a
haven't read the book, but the movie's incredible.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're going to come back in just a few seconds, and we will have our stats and coffee.
All right.
Social distancing doesn't mean you have to suffer in pain. Thrive Physical Therapy is open and ready to help you feel better in a safe environment. If having your therapist wearing a mask frightens you, we have tele-rehab available. Give us a call at 940-521-0800 to determine your best option. We are proud to have served Graham and the surrounding areas for 10 years. Thrive Physical Therapy, helping you do more of what you live for.
All right, once again, it's time for Stats and Coffee. What are you drinking this morning?
Plain old Folgers.
Just Folgers, huh?
Yes.
Andy, you got anything back there?
I do not today.
Nothing, huh?
No, sir.
I've got my unsweet tea from McDonald's. So here we go with Stats and Coffee. 34% of women say this is a man's name that makes them undateable. What do you think it is?
A man's name that makes them undateable. Oh, man, that could be a lot of them.
Eugene,
yeah. Yeah, that could be one.
Well, they said that basically the name means everything. So, it didn't say any specific names. It just says that if they have a bad name, it would make them undateable.
Oh, I thought we were trying to guess
I thought
a specific
so, too.
name.
Yeah, I did, too. But that's not what it ended up saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
a name like Pat.
Well,
that could go either way.
I got to be honest with you. This Timmy thing was really tough there over the years. I'm sorry. It just...
I don't like names that rhyme with stuff.
Yeah.
That's what, because you always get that nickname.
Yep. 20% of us have played in a band at one time in our life.
Amen, right here.
Did you really?
Oh, 2 of them.
Did you really?
Yep.
How about you, Andrew? Did you get into a jam session with anybody?
Yes, sir. I one of my best friends. He was one of my groomsmen in college, and it was me, him, and his sister, and we had a little band that we started, and we did stuff for about a month.
Men hold about 5% of the jobs in the career field of nursing, except in the military, where they make up about 35% of the nursing population.
Goodness.
According to a recent study, married men should never retire before their wives.
Boy, my dad found that out. Yeah.
I'm marking on my tax return semi-retired now. Let Stacy do all the dirty work. Yeah, she owes me. 57% of us have not changed our voicemail greeting in over 3 years.
I don't even know what mine says.
You know, mine is still on the phone. It says the same thing from years ago.
I have no idea what mine
Even
is.
when I got my new phone this last year, I had to upgrade. You know, the 6S finally went out of style, and I've got the 8 Plus.
That's what I got.
Everything moved over. Did yours do the same thing? Yeah. About 68 pounds of clothing per person in the United States is thrown away each year. Stacy won't throw away clothes. She always makes sure that they're given to somewhere where they can use them.
The only reason I throw away clothes is if I got a rip somewhere that's not on a seam, that's not easily fixable. Otherwise, I try to keep it and fix it. But
yeah, with Andy, I could see rips and stains.
I've got this one dress shirt that I really like, but it's got a rip in the sleeve.
Yeah.
And so I wear it like if I wear a jacket.
Uh-huh.
And my wife is like, why don't you chunk that shirt? Well, I can use it when I wear a jacket.
Yeah. No kidding. It's covered up.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least on our stats, about 48% get hung up on. So the person can get another call coming in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I recently just hung up on somebody because I didn't want to listen to him anymore. All right, the impossible question. You ready for this?
All right.
1 in 5 people have this on them at all times.
1 in 5.
1 in 5 have this on them at all times. What do you think it is?
Boy. I was trying to think of all the things you got to carry with you all the time.
I'll give you a hint. You want a hint? Because these are the impossible questions. It's an item. I can't say it's a food item.
An item.
But it's,
That narrows it down.
A bottle opener.
A bottle opener? No.
Pocket knife?
No, you're thinking mechanical. Chewing gum.
Oh.
Chewing gum. All right, it's time for the obituary report, being brought to us by McMillan Satterwhite Funeral Home.
From helping with the service of a loved one, assisting with pre-planning for your own service, or choosing a monument to honor you or your loved one, our experienced and courteous staff will help you with compassion and integrity. At McMillan Satterwhite Funeral Home, we're always available to assist you and your family in your greatest time of need. Visit us at Cliff Drive in the 380 Bypass in Graham, or you can call 940-549-3773.
Jimmy Odell, better known as Jim, 76, passed away on Sunday, August the 9th in Graham. Memorial services will be Wednesday at 3 p.m. That'll be at the Cowboy Church of Young County. That's a look at our obituaries on PositiveRadio.net.
This is Becky Richardson, owner and operator of Beyond Faith Hospice of Graham. When a life-limiting illness no longer responds to treatment, one option is hospice. Hospice is a special concept of care designed to provide comfort and support to patients and their families during this time. At Beyond Faith Hospice, you'll find a team of qualified caring physicians, counselors, skilled nursing, and more, with services including volunteer visits and bereavement care. If you're faced with this decision, call for a free consultation today, 940-521-9915, and we'll answer any questions you might have on hospice care. Beyond Faith Hospice, a step above, believing that love makes the difference.
Here's a website you need to remember, StanleyFordEastland.com. At Stanley Ford in Eastland, we are making it easy for you to choose the car that's perfect for you. Go to StanleyFordEastland.com, where we have over 600 used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, plus our phenomenal selection of new Ford vehicles. Visit our website at StanleyFordEastland.com, or you can come see us at 1308 East Main Street in Eastland, Texas. Stanley Ford, your car dealer for the cross country. We love you, Texas.
Oh, I'd like to go back to that old country church.
The Old Country Church, preaching the always fresh gospel. This is Pastor Scott Townley inviting you to visit Faith Baptist Church. We're located at 1700 Highway 380, just west of Dairy Queen. Sunday schools at 10 o'clock, morning worship at 11. We have an afternoon service at 2. On Wednesday evening, we meet at 6:30 in the fellowship hall to share a meal, followed by a challenge from God's Word. And we would love having a visit from you.
Thank you, Scott Townley. Glad you're able to get through the sanctuary sound system there a little better.
Yes.
I helped him out. I helped him out a few months ago, and I haven't heard anything. So either they didn't like what I did, or it's working really well.
I bet it's working fine.
You think it's working okay?
Yeah, I bet it's working just fine.
Do you know how many times I get asked in a month technical questions?
Well, because you're the only one that knows what's going on.
I don't know about that, but it's fun. It makes me feel important.
Well,
right?
you are. When it comes to that stuff, I'm telling you what, man.
All right, we have birthdays and anniversaries coming up next. Stick around.
Graham Healthcare and Urgent Care is a primary and urgent care facility accepting workman's comp, Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. They provide x-rays, lab work, DOT and school physicals, drug screening, virtual telemedicine, and even ear piercing. Graham Urgent Care, 1005 State Highway 16 South in Graham, is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Call 940-282-2512. Walk-ins and appointments are always available.
You know, they say that you have your birthday with 9 million different people on one day.
Okay.
Well, I think most of them are here in the Lake Country area. So
really?
Got a lot of them today. Janice Branch having a birthday. One off the top. Want to let her know she have a happy birthday. My youngest cousin that I have, Amity Harrington, having a birthday today. Doug Buchanan. Jason Smith. He was my my former neighbor out there in Loving. He's a Lovingite. So
is that what y'all call yourselves?
Yeah, they're either the Loviners or the Lovingites. So there you go.
The Loviners.
But Jason having a birthday today. Katie Ford having a birthday. Also, the very lovely and talented Miranda Milton having a birthday today. A friend of mine, Kirk Sheridan, went to school with him. Our buddy and pal, been here many times. I think we're actually broadcasting from her office, Teresa Ford.
Yes.
Having a birthday today.
This was Teresa's office.
Yeah. So we're here at Teresa's office.
Edward Jones.
Rena Four having a birthday today. Janet Abernathy having a birthday. Another one of our pals that does a great job at the library, Sherry Gibson, having a birthday today. And our buddy Bill Martin. So very happy birthday to each and every one of these folks.
All right, 1925 famous birthdays for August the 11th. Mike Douglas from The Mike Douglas Show.
Oh, yes.
1933, a TV evangelist, Jerry Falwell.
Oh, yes. The Moral Majority.
Yes. 1946, John Conley, the singer.
Oh, the singer, not the Senate.
I met John Conley in San Antonio, and he is about, maybe 4'11", and that's both around and tall.
So he is circumferenced.
Yes. And he used to be a funeral director.
Really?
And his joke was that he always kept his mortician's license up to date because he never did know if this music thing would work out or not.
I totally understand that. Yes.
1950, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak. 1953, Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
76, Will Friedle. He was Eric Matthews in Boy Meets World.
Oh.
And then last but not least, 1992, TV show host Tommy Lauren. She's only 28 years old.
Making millions.
Making bucks.
When's the first time you ever saw Hulk Hogan?
In person? I've never seen him in person. On TV?
Yeah.
I think only in that video with, what's-her-face? Who's the singer with the skin disease now? No, that wasn't him. Was he in that What? Oh gosh, who am I trying to think of? The singer, Girls Want to Have Fun singer.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking about first time I ever saw him.
Wasn't he in the Cyndi Lauper video?
He may have been.
I don't remember.
I think you're thinking about Captain Lou Albano.
Oh, that may be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
First time I remember seeing Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Remember in the Rocky movie, he played Thunder Lips, that he was going to fight Rocky, and I think it was Rocky 2.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever saw Hulk Hogan in anything. And then you see him pop up on WWE.
No.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
Okay, check it out.
Sorry. Andy, you have a clue what we're talking about?
Oh, I definitely know who Hulk Hogan is, and the name Thunder Lips really seems like it applies to Hulk Hogan very well.
I'm serious. Go check it out. Go Google Hulk Hogan and Thunder Lips. You'll see a picture with Rocky Balboa.
And he was governor of what?
That was the guy in Minnesota. That's not Hulk Hogan.
That's not Hulk Hogan?
No, that was Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just didn't get into it right. Let me just tell you, when Wahoo McDaniels retired, I completely got out of wrestling.
I love wrestling. I love the Von Erichs, and my favorite all time was Macho Man.
Remember when they pulled off Von Erich's foot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his prosthetic foot came off during one of the nights of wrestling.
That was a carry.
Bear Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac is your trusted dealership in Breckenridge, Texas. We have financing options for everyone looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle. That includes options for all sorts of customers, including first-time buyers and those that have some past credit issues. Drop by 601 West Walker in Breckenridge or visit bearmotor.com. That's bearmotor.com, where your satisfaction is number one, and we put customers first. All right, it's time once again for Rock Bottom Barbecue's Off the Wall News.
That's right, Rock Bottom Barbecue, man. You need to go check them out. I think they're close to there.
No, they're open on Tuesdays.
Okay, they're open on Tuesdays now.
Yep.
So get on over there, and I'm going to tell you, if you haven't tried this, you need to try this. This is excellent. That jalapeno sausage. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried this, you need to go check it out. It is one of the best little unkept secrets they got over there, and our best kept secrets. You need to go check it out. It's really, really good. It'll make you,
It's good. It's great. You got to get it late.
Yeah.
I was doing it because he said that he liked it in a wrap.
Ah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What?
Well, anyway.
Man.
So if you want to go check out the wrap over at Rock Bottom Barbecue, they've got it for you today, 11 to 2. Go check it out. But everything they have over there is good. I don't care what you go get. It's going to be amazing. You can call ahead at 550-3000 right across the street from the Grand Independent School Administration Office. And I suggest you get there early because I tell you what, stuff goes fast.
It does. And he'll wrap it up for you.
He'll wrap it up. Well, boys, Cleveland police are investigating a situation. A man was found with a parachute hanging from a downtown parking garage. The poor guy was found hanging 40 feet in the air, had to be rescued by firefighters. The 34-year-old told police he had jumped from a plane with 4 of his friends who reportedly landed safely in a park. However, when he deployed his parachute, several of the cords broke, causing him able only to make left turns. He had intended to land in the grassy area near Key Tower. The man told police, as he is a Marine Corps veteran, considers himself a thrill seeker, to fill the void. He was transported to Metro Hospital with a broke right leg, injured while striking the parking garage. He said he jumped out of the plane that belonged to Cleveland Skydiving Center. He was the 5th jump of the day, but he said due to the cords breaking, he said, you know what? He said, I might think twice about doing this next time. But yeah, hanging 40 feet in the air from the top of a parking garage, that'll kind of change your mind about doing stuff like that.
You remember last year when I went over to help him with that broadcast over in North Dallas? The radio guys were going to broadcast. Those other people that are diving out of those airplanes, they're nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. I almost think that they look at that jumping out of an airplane as like a high on drugs or alcohol or something. Well, they keep doing it. They'll go up and they buy like this lifelong pass, and that's all they do is repack parachutes and then go up and jump. confidently.
I don't understand jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
No,
that
me
is
neither.
that is not something fun whatsoever to even think about doing. I mean, I'll get the Willie Nelson's just getting in a plane. I wouldn't want to jump out of it for sure.
You know, you did really good when we went over to where'd we go? We went over to Midland,
We went
Odessa,
to
and
Midland.
back. Yeah.
Well, I had confidence in you, Tim.
Well, thank you.
That's what it was.
Yes.
I wasn't worried about that. But some of these, you know, they always tell you that you never know when you get on a plane because it might be somebody else's time.
Yeah.
You know, they got to go. Well, you're going to be going with them.
Oh,
I figured
yeah.
The chance is just me and you. The odds were pretty good.
And you know we're God's favorite people.
Yeah, I was going to say.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Darby Brockway. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by my office at 603 Elm Street, Suite 201. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Andy, Rick, and Tim's the Wake Up Call. Laying up my treasures in that home above, trusting in my Savior's love, doing what I can for heaven's holy dove. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready for the gates of hell. Keeping my record right, watching both day and night. I'm getting ready to leave this world. To prepare a mansion, Jesus said I'll go. If it were not true, I would have told you so. Just a little while to linger here below. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready for the gates of hell. Keeping my record right, watching both day and night. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready to leave this world. I'm getting ready for the gates of hell. Keeping my record right, watching both day and night. I'm getting ready to leave this world.
Oh, there you go. We were talking about the cathedrals yesterday.
There you go.
So just be prepared. Mm-hmm. You got that Jesus ticket, you're all set.
You better be ready.
All right, 7:47. That's airplane time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hey, you want some Today in History?
Let's make it happen.
A little bit earlier for Today in History. Andy, do you have anything going on back there?
Actually, I do, and it's actually kind of history related, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
An American cargo ship in World War II sank off the coast of London and could cause a major explosion rivaling that of the devastating blast in Beirut that we just had. In August of 1944, the SS Richard Montgomery, a ship ferrying supplies back and forth to Europe after D-Day, sank at the mouth of the Thames on the sea approach to London. Authorities are prepared to cut the ship's mast to make the ship safer, but even that might cause the ship to explode. The Richard Montgomery was one of the 2,700 plus so-called Liberty ships constructed in the American shipyards during World War II. Before she sank, the Richard Montgomery was awaiting a convoy heading to France and had taken up position at the mouth of the Thames. She was loaded with 6,000 tons of supplies and ammunitions, waiting for the U.S. Army in France when she suddenly ran aground. The stevedores did manage to get 4,500 tons of equipment. By the way, that's about 9 million pounds of equipment off the ship before she snapped in two and sank. But there are still 1,500 tons remaining. And the ship has virtually sat untouched for the last 76 years. Although considered stable, authorities warned that attempts to interfere with it could cause it to explode. The remaining 1,500 tons of munitions could cause an explosion much bigger than the one in Beirut. It's more than a mile from shore, but one of the big things is not necessarily the blast in and of itself, but could cause a mini tsunami between up to 16 feet high. And the blast could also shatter windows for miles and have a devastating impact on passing ships. The one thing I don't know is if they just found this not long ago, or if they've always known about it, and I don't know why it's coming back up.
About it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did, but then my question is, why is it coming back up in the news? I guess worries about what happened in Beirut. I'm not really
I don't know. That Beirut explosion looked very close to a small nuclear device.
Yeah, that was like something somebody buried someplace, maybe during the Gulf War.
And who's taking credit for it? Anybody at this point?
Nobody wants to take
Nobody
credit for
says
it.
anything? Yep.
You know, what gets me is about like these World War II stories that are always coming. You know, we're seeing these stories all the time about bombs that are uncovering from World War II and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who are the people that made these things? We need to go find them, because I'm telling you what, if they'll last this long, that was made very well.
They did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Most of those people have got to be dying off at this point, because anybody that was in World War II, whether working or in the service, they're going to be in their mid-90s.
Yeah, I mean, we saw when we went to Washington, they brought a busload in. That was 2010.
Yeah.
A busload of veterans in from World War II, and every one of them, boy, I was like, wow.
Yeah, they would have been in their 80s then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you, today in history. You ready?
Yes.
All right. That was an interesting story, Andy. Thanks.
Thank you.
Today in history.
On this date in 1860, the nation's first successful silver mill begins operation near Virginia City, Nevada.
Silver mill.
Yep. 1909, the SOS distress signal is first used by an American ship. It was the Arapahoe off of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina.
What year was that?
1909.
Oh, wow.
In 1951, the first color baseball game is telecast on television.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were experimenting with color TV like 1948. And then by 53, you could start to see some regular programming, and TVs, the color TVs were becoming more accessible. My grandfather bought one of the early ones in the early 1960s and had color TV. And I'll tell you, that picture tube was practically round.
Oh, yeah.
The color screens.
Yeah.
And then you had to always adjust the tint.
Constant.
Yeah, you had 3 guns on the picture tube. You had red, green, and blue. Now, Sony came up with the extra gun. They got the yellow gun, and it made the color a little bit better. But
yeah, we had one of those old RCAs. Thing weighed about 10,000 pounds. Took 16 people to move it, and but I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. We got a color TV.
So when do you think they're going to tap into our noodle like Avatar, and we're just there in the movie?
That would be pretty wild.
In fact, what if life right now is just a movie?
Okay, you're getting too philosophical for me right now.
1984. Well, somebody needs to rewrite my script. 1984, during a voice test for a paid political radio address, President Reagan jokes about he had just signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
I love that.
Wasn't that good?
That was so cool.
Yeah, he was running against Walter Mondale, and I can guarantee that didn't hurt his election at all.
Not a bit.
1984, Carl Lewis wins his 4th gold medal on this date in 1984 Olympics. He ran the U.S. men's 400-meter relay, and ran that to victory.
Carl Lewis was kind of the modern day, the whole shebang. I mean, he was something else.
Speaking of Jesse Owens, sorry,
Yeah, go
Tim, that's watching that clip is one of those that if you don't know who's in the clip or what you're watching, it's cool to watch him win. But when you know everything surrounding that, especially that last race there, when he's going against all these Aryans and he's got one other black guy with him in the race, and knowing, you know, that he's doing this in front of Hitler, man, watching that video will give you such chills.
And you know what's funny about that, Andy? You brought that up about Hitler watching it. The look on his face whenever Jesse Owens wins that race, you could see purity, evil, and hatred.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and he was going to shake hands with all of the medal winners, but they made him agree to, if you're going to shake one person's hand, you have to make sure you shake everyone's hand. And he said, okay, fine. And then when Jesse Owens won, he decided he would not shake a single medal winner's hand because he didn't want to shake Jesse Owens' hand.
Pretty pathetic.
And look what happened to him, too.
Yeah.
1987, Clara Peller. She was the Where's the Beef lady. Remember her from the Wendy's commercials?
Yes, I remember her well.
86 years old. She dies at the age of 86. At 86 and 87. So let's see, 1994, a federal jury awards 10,000 commercial fishermen $286.8 million for their loss because of the Exxon Valdez oil spill in 1989.
Well, talk about a mess.
Yeah, but look how long it took them. It was 5 years to finally get paid for losing all of their fishing areas.
Well, I hadn't still got paid my insurance from the insurance company on that wreck, so I understand they're
Wait a
paying.
minute, that wreck, that goes back
October 2019.
I was going to say it's right after you left here.
Yeah, they still haven't done anything.
1995, a federal criminal investigation is open into whether senior FBI officials covered up their approval of shoot-on-sight orders during the deadly 1992 siege at Ruby Ridge, Idaho.
Oh, wow.
Another botched FBI project. Let's see, 1952, Hank Williams is fired from the Grand Ole Opry for the unreliability. He was also alcoholic, so he wouldn't show up, and guess what? And then, of course, who's the guy, He Stopped Loving You Today?
George Jones.
George Jones took up that role after Hank Williams died. 1973, Roy Clark appears on the cover of TV Guide. I mentioned this because it was in 73 that Roy Clark was at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. And we had really good seats. Dad was with American Airlines. Somehow we ended up with some really good seats, the seats that are right at the arena, right at the front. I guess it's mezzanine level or something. But anyway, right up front. And when Roy Clark was leaving after the concert, he got on a horse and buggy, and he started out to make a circle. And my mom waved at him, and he waved right back at her.
Oh, excellent.
And so Mom's like all excited because then it started waving like crazy. But Mom does get full credit. And let me tell you, to this day, she tells you every chance she gets that she waved at Roy Clark and he waved back.
Was he picking or grinning at the time?
I think both.
Okay.
His nose,
because you remember that deal in Hee Haw, him and Buck Owens. I'm a picking, I'm a grinning.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was a good series, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you about the coming of the judgment. Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'm gonna tell you about the coming of the judgment. Fare thee well, fare thee well. There's a better day coming. Fare thee well, fare thee well. There's a better day coming. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. When you see the lightning flashing. Fare thee well, fare thee well. When you hear the thunder crashing. Fare thee well, fare thee well. When you see the stars are falling. Fare thee well, fare thee well. When you hear the chariots calling. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In in that great getting up morning, fare thee well, fare thee well. When you see the lightning flashing, when you hear the thunder crashing, when you see the stars are falling, when you hear the chariots calling, good news, chariots coming, good news, chariots coming, so glad, chariots coming, and I don't want to be left out.
There's a long white robe in the heaven, I know.
Long white robe in the heavens, I know. Long white robe in the heavens, I know. I said good news, chariots coming, good news, chariots coming, so glad, chariots coming, and I don't want to be left out. In that great getting up morning, fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning, fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning, fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning, fare thee well, fare thee well.
I'm Pam Puso. As negotiations stall in Congress on the next coronavirus relief package, President Trump is hinting more executive action could be coming.
We're looking very seriously at a capital gains tax cut and also at an income tax cut for middle income families.
The president's orders are expected to face legal challenges. A setback in New Zealand where 4 new cases of the coronavirus have been found. The country had gone more than 100 days without a new infection. Meantime, in Russia, a vaccine, says President Vladimir Putin.
He says it's been tested and registered for use, and he's saying one of his 2 daughters has already gotten a shot of it and is feeling fine.
Fox says Jill Nato, the vaccine has not undergone large-scale testing. America's listening to Fox News.
PositiveRadio.net, KBLY Newcastle, Graham, Olney, and KCKB Morand, Eastland.
Scooby-Doo, looking for you. Scooby-Doo, where are you? All the stars are here, waiting for you. Couldn't have a show without you.
All right, we're playing Scooby-Doo this morning because Miguel A. Nunez Jr. was born on this date, 1964. I'm guessing he was a character actor.
Probably so.
He was also in The Adventures of Pluto Nash, so I would have liked to have been a voice-over person. You know, I'll tell you what I'd really have rather done is mixed the audio, done the production and stuff. And all, done all of the audio stuff. That would have been a lot of fun. I would have liked to have also been in a recording studio environment.
You know, a ton of those old radio stars, that's how they moved from radio into television, was being voices for all the different cartoons and stuff.
Really?
You know, Mel Blanc was one. He was a voice of Barney Rubble, and plus a million other voices with Warner Brothers. You've got Miss Vandergriff or Vander, I can't remember, but she was the voice of Wilma, and then the lady who was the voice of Betty ended up being in Petticoat Junction later on, and was also the mother of Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies. So you've got a lot of these different actors that were in radio that moved over and started doing this sort of stuff.
Was that Aunt Pearl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a voice of Betty Rubble in the Flintstones. And
really?
She ended up moving over to Petticoat Junction and for Beverly Hillbillies. But there was a lot of Agnes Moorehead, who was on the Bewitched show. She was another one. She was a huge radio actress.
I had no idea.
So pretty cool stuff.
Very good. Well, we're glad you tuned into the Wake Up Call, the final hour. It's already the 8 o'clock hour. Boy, that's just flown by this morning, to say the least.
It's a moving.
Yeah. All right. So 3.5 minutes. Andy, what's going on in your world? Anything back over there in master control?
Here, let me find some, because I had something here. Let me see if I can find it.
I had Jeff Foxworthy is saying that he is moving out of his, quote, massive Atlanta area home, along with his furniture, memorabilia, and personal items that fans and other folks might enjoy. He said the Blue Collar Comedy Tour star is moving out of his 12,000 square foot mansion at Johns Creek, Georgia. Said he's downsizing. So anyway,
yeah, I think all his kids have moved out. You know what his wife's name is?
No.
Greg.
Greg?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Does he ever say why she's named that?
But that's her name. It's so funny because he was talking about one time I saw him on a cruise ship and he was talking about his wife Greg getting all their stuff together.
What a great cruise to have Jeff Foxworthy on the cruise.
That was the entertainment. Yeah, it was incredible stuff.
Okay, I found what I was looking for.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
All right, so a just released study conducted by the Harris Poll finds that 39% of American workers, which is about 68 million people, are changing their retirement timing. 3/4 of those who are rethinking their retirement timing are planning to postpone their retirement. So 75% of people who are changing their retirement are postponing it by over 3 years on average. 10% now say they plan to retire earlier because of coronavirus. 29% will retire later than thought. 61% say they have not been impacted. So that doesn't. So I'm a little surprised by that, but okay, I'm glad that they are so financially stable. And 31% of Gen Z, 32% of millennials, 24% of Gen X, and 16% of boomers have experienced severe financial impact due to coronavirus.
So when are you planning on retiring? What age are you wanting to?
I have no idea.
He's 27.
I'm 27. So as far as preaching goes, I don't know if I'm ever going to retire from that.
By the way, I was going to say that's exactly what Dr. Jeffers says, that it's nowhere in the Bible about retirement. You're supposed to just keep working until you die.
See, I kind of figure I'm going to work up until about noon the day of my funeral.
Okay.
So, and my dad is he's going to be 62 this year, and he's still preaching, not really looking for any sort of retirement. So there's a good chance that I'm gonna follow that way too. But who knows? Maybe God's got some other ideas for me.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the future is not ours to see.
Well,
que sera.
I can tell you this: the retirement plan for a Christian's out of this world.
Oh,
all right, that was okay.
That was okay. Good stuff. All right, let's come back with Highsmith Automotive Weather. You ready?
Maintaining your vehicle is a smart investment. And did you ever stop to think about what you could do with the money you save by not trading your vehicle in every few years? There are family vacations, college for the kids, and of course, retirement. So even if your engine or transmission fails, there's the money-saving option of keeping your car, truck, van, or SUV running like new. Ask us about the remanufactured products from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. They're backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile parts and labor nationwide warranty. It's a smart investment. Call Highsmith Automotive today at 940-521-0294.
Okay, what do we have for the weather?
Well, turn the fans on high, boys. Today it's going to be hot. We're seeing 102 today for a high. Heat index is higher. With the south wind up around 20 for tonight, we're going to drop down to 77 with a 15-mile-an-hour wind out of the south, and we'll keep that gusty winds with us. Tomorrow, looking at 103. Heat index is around 107 to 110 with southeast winds up around 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear. 77 Wednesday night. Thursday, looking for a high of 104 with south winds up around 10, and we are Texans, so we can handle it. Currently outside, we're looking at 65% humidity. We're going to see a UV index today, so be prepared for that. If you work outside, get your sunscreen out. We're going to be seeing winds at the moment from the south at around 7 miles an hour. We got clear skies. 8:22 on Sunset tonight. Temperatures around the area. We're looking at Eastland sitting at 78 degrees, 82 in Breckenridge, and 79 in Graham.
Andy, Rick, and Tim's the Wake Up Call.
Do you have a bathroom or kitchen that needs updating? Are you ready to build your dream home? From renovations to new builds, NSP Construction can do it all. Nathan Perilla and his team look forward to taking care of all your construction needs. At NSP Construction, customer satisfaction and attention to detail are our top priorities. Make sure to check out our Facebook page at NSP Construction or give us a call at 940-456-0231. God bless.
If you're running a business, finding good people can take a while. At NCTC, career and technology training means workforce-ready interns and certified grads that are ready to start today. And you can find the right people for the job quickly with their Career Center. Call NCTC at 940-498-6259 or visit careers.nctc.edu today.
Hi, this is Pastor Dwayne Barnett. Graham Church of God invites you and your family to come and worship with us. Service starts Sunday morning at 9:45 for Sunday school. Sunday worship is at 10:30 a.m. Wednesday we meet at 7 o'clock p.m. and we offer something for the whole family. We offer senior adult ministries, ladies ministries, youth and children's ministries as well. Transportation is also available for all services. No matter who you are or where you have been in life, you are always welcome to join us. Please come worship with the Graham Church of God at 1417 Remington Street, where all are welcome. Graham Church of God, a church more concerned about your future than your past.
PositiveRadio.net. Our name says it all.
Y100 B104.
Standing there and stored, hallelujah, when we get home. Christ has promised us the mansion if we will obey. In that city of eternal well, hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. I am happy, free from sin. Lord, I feel good, I'm so proud. I'm gonna ride that glory cloud. Sing a song of rapture and shall never roam. Hallelujah, when we get home, we will walk the golden streets and never go astray. In that city of eternity, hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. I am happy, free from sin. Lord, I feel good, I'm so proud. I'm gonna ride the glory.
we go, the Happy Goodmans. They had a book, but there's a chapter, The Unhappy Goodmans, and it was talking about all their fighting that they would do on the road.
That's not good.
No. But at least they were being honest about it.
Well, that's true.
Can you imagine
cooped up on a bus with your family?
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
You know, I'd be the first one they throw overboard. I promise you that.
You know, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but you must have been an interesting character, Rick, at Christmas time, because what had happened, Andy, is that Rick's mom gave us a Christmas tree for the radio station.
Yeah.
And she made notes on the box. And it was going, it had the date or the year of the Christmas. And then it said, and Rick was nice. We got along with everybody. Rick was upset about something.
I can't tell you how many times, I mean, dead serious, I cannot tell you how many times I was told, just thanks a lot. You ruined Christmas. You ruined, it happens.
I only remember one that I really got a lot of heat on because I was expecting something. I wanted something specific, and I did not get it. And I said, and by the way, a bunch of toys, everything's out there. I was 8 or 9 years old, and I said, "Is this it?" And boy, you would have thought my grandmother, you know, with them living through the depressions and everything else and all that stuff, she was livid.
Well, what happened with me is that I'm the one who would say stuff that everybody else wanted to say, but nobody else would say it.
Yeah.
Because somebody would bring something over, like we'd have family over and somebody brings something over to eat.
Yeah.
And everybody else would be eating it going, oh, this is wonderful. And I'd be like, what is this garbage? You know, that kind of stuff.
No filter.
And then the lead balloon hit. And then my dad would come in there and he'd say, if you just shut your mouth, you wouldn't get in trouble. Well, now I figured out a way to make them living at it. You know, but the thing is that, you always have that one person in your family who always says what everybody else is thinking.
Right.
That was me.
And that's good. You need to have that person that speaks up. Andy, how about you? You baby of the family. You must have had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I as far as Christmas goes, okay, I unless my parents say otherwise, I was a good kid. I started to get really difficult as I got older, getting into like middle school and high school. But as a kid, I never really had any trouble at Christmas, but we all knew the rules of the house still applied on Christmas. You didn't get to just run around and do whatever you want on Christmas. You didn't get to act however you wanted on Christmas. But I don't remember really breaking that. I was just really excited. We were usually with my mom's parents for Christmas, and I always liked being around them. And so we always had a lot of fun. There's one that I actually remember this, but we do have home video of it. And it wasn't anybody getting in trouble, but I got a present. I was fairly young. I was probably about 5. Well, my uncle Mark wanted to help me open it, and so he took the box from me to get out of the box, and I lost it. I was so upset that he took the box away. That's the one time I remember.
How old were you then?
I was 5, maybe.
2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
And I remember that being mortified that he just took this present away from me, and Mom's like, honey, he's just opening it for you. And that's the only time I really remember being a kid having a bad Christmas or having a rough time during a Christmas. Otherwise, our Christmases were really good.
Kirby, how about you? What memorable Christmas growing up?
Christmas morning was always awesome. And my brother and I were told, wait, sit at the top of the stairs. We'll tell you when we're ready. And, the video camera and the whole bit. So, yeah. I don't have a...
Yeah, my dad was always, let's get this over with. Yeah. How fast we get this done.
Did y'all have Christmas in the morning of Christmas Day, or did you have it Christmas Eve?
We had Christmas Eve with my grandparents, and then we had family deal on Christmas Day. And then the funnest uncle I had, my whole Uncle Wendell, Love this guy.
Good guy, huh?
He was just a blast. I mean, he was just one of those guys that wherever he was, that's where the party was. And the only time we ever got to really see him was at Christmas time. And so we always look forward to getting to go to my grandmother's house and getting to see Uncle Wendell because Uncle Wendell was one of those guys that we were not supposed to emulate, you know.
That's why he was the fun uncle.
He was the fun uncle. He didn't get to come around very often. So we were all like, all right, Wendell's coming.
There's always a crazy uncle and a crazy aunt in the mix.
Oh, boy.
Keeps it fun.
Yeah, we would make the rounds with the grandparents in the evening on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, you know, Santa would come over. Now, I'll never forget when my mom said, okay, so I'm 5 years older than my brother. So there's a big gap. There was a miscarriage in between the two of us. And so there was a pretty good gap of the 5 years. And so then there was Debbie and Daryl. They're real close in age. And what was funny is 1 year, Mom says, all right, how old are you? And I said, 8, 9. And she goes, okay, it's time for you to know there's no Santa Claus. I need you to help me unload, but keep your mouth shut and don't tell the two kids.
Oh, wow.
So I had to help her set up. So that was kind of how I found out that, well, I kind of knew by 8 or 9, you're kind of getting the deals on Santa Claus. And I'm just realizing I probably shouldn't even be talking about that.
I believe.
Okay, all right.
At Lake Country Homes, people are our mission. We're committed to bring you the most affordable housing options with the small town service you deserve. Located right next to the post office in Graham, we offer over 140 floor plans built by Champion, Redmond, Clayton, and New Vision Homes. We make it easy from start to finish utilizing in-person tours and virtual 3D home tours, allowing you to shop the way it makes you feel comfortable. Let us show you how easy the home buying process can be. Call us at 940-215-0515 and start building your dream home today.
Not many businesses can offer digging to dancing, but Mike's Westside Rental can. If you have a party or a wedding, Mike's Westside Rental has everything you need to make it the best event at a great price. Also, when it comes to making sure you have the right equipment to get any job done, Mike's Westside Rental has it all. No job too big or too small, and no matter what the weekend project is, Mike's Westside has the tool you need to get it done right. So visit any of the 3 locations in Graham, Weatherford, and Stephenville, or look them up on the web at mikesrental.com. From digging to dancing, Mike's Westside Rental has you covered.
When you're looking for a place to feed the whole team and save some cash, then load up and head to Potter's Pizza on Highway 16 South. Never-ending pizza buffet, salad bar, and drinks. There's something for everyone, so you don't have to have that tug of war on where do you want to eat. If you'd rather just sit on the couch and have it brought to you, then call them at 521-9847 and it's on the way. Potter's Pizza, your go-to when you want to please everyone. Located at 1113 Highway 16 South, or call 521-9847. Potter's Pizza, the official pizza of the Y100 Sports Crew.
You know, there's more to the pit stop than just oil. We are a full-service lube shop for all cars, pickups, and semi-truck. We have gasoline, both on and off-road diesel, and DEF fluid available at the pump 24 hours a day. We provide state inspections for both regular and DOT-regulated vehicles. We also offer new tires and tire repairs. We are open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday. Come by 164 Highway 380 West in Graham. Let us see how we can help you keep you and your vehicle on the road.
A bunch of songs that are just right for a drive around Possum Kingdom Lake. This is Y100.5 FM, PositiveRadio.net.
I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I believe His word. Each day He lives through me. From sin I've been set free. I'll be ever in His favor, trusting in the risen Savior. Each day and forevermore, I'm glad I know the Lord. Burdened in sin so low, I had no place to go. Trouble was my only friend. I had no peace within. So I found an altar of prayer, and Jesus met me there. I'll never be like I was before. I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I believe His word. Each day He lives through me. From sin I've been set free. I'll be ever in His favor, trusting in the risen Savior. Each day and forevermore, I'm glad I know the Lord. Now each day to repay all the blessings in my way. So I live for him and know that to heaven I will go. Shouting through the clouds I'll soar. I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I believe his word. Each day he lives through me. From sin I've been set free. I'll be ever in his favor, trusting in the risen Savior. Each day and forevermore, I'm glad I know the Lord. Oh, I'm glad I know the Lord. I'm glad I believe his word. Each day he lives through me. From sin I've been set free. I'll be ever in his favor, trusting in the risen Savior. Each day and forevermore, I'm glad I know the Lord. Well, I'm glad I know the
Lord. Oh, yes, we are glad. That's In Harmony, and we're glad we all know the Lord.
Yes.
Good to know him. Yes.
It's better to know him than know a lot of people in life.
All right. We're going to get to things that you need to know in just a minute, but I have some more Elvis trivia. It's Elvis week.
Yes.
Yeah, he passed away back in 1977 on August the 16th. A good friend of mine, Ron Cole, it's his birthday. He and I are exactly one day apart.
Oh, wow.
He was born in the afternoon on the 16th. I was born on the afternoon of the 17th. And we've been practically lifelong friends, at least since the mid-'80s. But I always call Ron on his birthday, and I remind him that at least Elvis didn't die on my birthday.
Yeah.
But it said here that Elvis, more trivia, he was very polite. He always taught manners. Sam Phillips said that his mother thought there was no reason to treat people except with great respect, and that's how Elvis was raised.
Excellent.
Yes, he would always say, yes, sir, no, sir. Know what I mean? That was a snort.
That was okay. I will say yes, I did snort, but that was not a bad impression.
I used to do much better impression. I can't do them anymore. My
think
face messed up.
It beats the rap you did earlier.
I thought that was going to fall to the wayside, but no.
You didn't like the rock bottom rap?
I think maybe Rock Bottom's rap beats yours.
Yeah. Let's leave it to them.
All right, let's see. Another Elvis trivia. You wouldn't like him when he was angry. He said he was real slow to get ticked off, but when he did get angry, it was pretty bad. In fact, he shot a television set once.
Whoa.
He was mad at somebody that came up. I think it was the Beatles or somebody came up on TV. He was pretty hot about it. It was in Las Vegas, and he pulled out his .38 and shot the television with it.
You know what's cool about that Las Vegas thing? You bring that up. The floor that he lived on at the Hilton in Vegas.
Yes.
You know, when he passed away, they sealed off the floor, and it hasn't been touched since he died.
Is it still up there?
Cool.
They haven't turned it into some kind of a museum?
Nope. It is sealed up, and they have not touched it since he died. It's still the same as when he passed.
That's interesting. Yeah. I wonder if he owned it or if he had a long 99-year lease or something.
It may have been. We stayed there one time a long time ago, and the guy told us, he said, when you get on the elevator, you know that there's one of the floors that's blocked. And we were talking, asking why. He said, that's the floor that Elvis lived on. He said, it's been sealed up ever since his death, and nobody's been up there.
That's interesting.
I visited Graceland.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't even done that.
Nope,
And he still had an aunt that lived there upstairs.
Really?
Strange, yeah.
Pretty well.
You could see her walking around the top of the stairs.
My goodness.
Okay, I'm not going to go into any details, but if you ever read his obituary report, not so much the obituary, but the autopsy of how he passed away wasn't good.
No, it was pretty rough thing.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
And there was a friend of mine that was having problems with one of his friends.
Yeah.
And said something to the effect, "I hope he dies like Elvis."
Oh my
and I didn't know what he was. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Ooh.
So when I looked it up, I go, "Ooh."
That's the reason you did some investigating.
Yeah. So that's I found out that no, it was not pretty.
No, you don't want to do that.
No, they always say, "Oh no." Joe Esposito. They ask him all the time, "Well, did you perform CPR?" And he finally said here not too long long ago. No, he was dead. He was gone. I wasn't going to go try to do anything there at that point. But anyway, enough about Elvis trivia. We'll have more of it coming up throughout the week.
Cool.
So do you have some things we need to know?
Yes, I do.
All right, here we go. Things we need to know.
Well, you probably want to get the binoculars out. The peak viewing nights for the annual, I hope I say this right, the Perseid, Perseid.
What?
It's the Perseid meteor shower.
Not familiar with that
Will
one.
be taking place tonight and tomorrow night.
It's the Perseid media show.
Perseid.
All right. Well, tonight and tomorrow night, get your binoculars out and go check it out.
All right.
Awesome.
This guy I'm not real fond of, but I'm glad he's doing better. Simon Cowell is recovering from a 6-hour surgery after breaking his back in a bicycle accident. He has been replaced by Kelly Clarkson on America's Got Talent. So there you go with that. Phoenix. This is the reason why I don't live there, and I think my cousins live there. They can deal with it. But Phoenix has set a record for the most number of days in a summer with temperatures over 110 degrees. So yeah, it's a dry heat, but still it's hot. An Israeli company has created the world's most expensive coronavirus face mask. It's an 18-karat gold mask covered with 3,600 black and white diamonds. It comes in at a cost of $1.5 million. This is not such a bad thing, I guess, for all those involved. Amazon is in negotiating to take over all JCPenney and Sears locations and turn them into fulfillment centers.
That makes sense.
So you can order, I guess, order online and go pick it up right there at any of these places.
Or they would have it staged like, the Sam's and Walmart warehouses where they're close by and they can get on a truck pretty fast. At 2 o'clock, when we were living in Dallas before we moved out here, I guess it was 4 years ago, Amazon, we ordered something on, this is no joke, on a Sunday afternoon. We ordered something, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, so like maybe 12 hours later.
A few hours later.
Yeah, a few hours later, it was at the doorstep.
Wow.
That's how they're delivering in the Metroplex.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but they deliver in unmarked cars. Sometimes, people drive their personal cars around the holidays.
Yeah. It was around the holidays, too, yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be driving around in the holidays.
Yes, you don't have a shirt on or anything, and you're walking up to someone's front door.
With a package.
Kind of strange, right? Yeah.
Here's your box. All right. Carol Hardy passed away at the age of 87. Now, Carol Hardy was a very unique guy. He was an NFL running back.
Okay.
He also played Major League Baseball. He took a pitch hit for Ted Williams. He was also, and you'll probably remember this, Tim, I don't know if anybody else will, but he was also the designer of the Orange Crush defense for the Denver Broncos.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, so this guy was pretty unique as far as sports goes. And here you go, last but not least, just in time for Halloween, there's a Jack Skellington Chia Pet coming out. That from the Nightmare Before Christmas. So if you want to get the Jack Skellington Chia Pet, it is ready to roll.
Okay. That's the skinny skeleton that's kind of the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, it had the pumpkin head and all that stuff on there. Yeah. Tim Burton was the director of that movie. I saw the scene for it at Disney one time. It's pretty wild.
All right. Andy, did you want to chime in?
I love The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Did you?
Oh, yes.
Never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
I may have to watch it sometime. You watched it? Okay.
Ken's Equipment and Custom Hose brings the best customer service and rental equipment to Graham, Texas and the Lake Country area. We offer a broad range of new equipment for sale. We also build custom hydraulic hoses, sell used equipment, parts, and of course rental accessories, merchandise, and supplies. Come by and see us the next time you have a project or job. With over 30 years experience, we can recommend the right equipment to get your job done. We're located at 1109 Highway 380 Bypass in Graham. Or give us a call at 940-580-1181.
It's nice when everything is in one place, like Star Tire and Accessories. Diagnostic equipment for Ford OEMs, International, and Caterpillar. The very best Hunter alignment systems in everything from brakes to AC repair. Roadside assistance, it's at the ready if you need it. They even fix trailers, because they always need something done. All makes and models welcome, and they carry lift and leveling kits and all the accessories to boot. It's all in one place for whatever you drive. Star Tire and Accessories, 940-549-2498.
For the perfect gift for a bridal shower or a wedding, we at Jordan Pharmacy are here to help you. You can choose a gift right from their selections. Choose the amount you want to spend. It's so easy. There's no scanning, and we will wrap your gift for you and get it delivered.
Come see us at 1332 Highway 16 South, Graham, Texas, or call us at 940-549-1011.
This is Toby Riddell of De La Cruz and Riddell, Attorneys at Law. We are a general practice law firm serving Young and the surrounding counties. We accept clients in most areas of law and offer a free 30-minute consultation for new cases. We're members of the Graham High School Booster Club and proudly support the Steers and Lady Blues. Drop by our new office at 408 4th Street, Suite B in Graham, 940-549-5555, or visit our website at www.grahamattorney.com.
Fear not, the angel said, behold, the Messiah's come, the one of whom you read. And as he spoke to men that day, the heavenly host around the throne join in to say, glory to God in the highest, peace on earth and goodwill to men. Heavenly angels announced his arrival in the little town of Bethlehem. Hallelujah to the Lord, sing holy, he was born to save the world from sin. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. And still today the wise men come, offering their praise to God's anointed one. And as they speak their heartfelt love, this glorious sound falls on my ears from up above. Glory to God in the highest, peace on earth and goodwill to men. Heavenly angels announce his arrival in the little town of Bethlehem. Hallelujah to the Lord, sing holy, he was born to save the world from sin. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. Glory to God in the highest, peace on earth and goodwill to men. Heavenly angels announce his arrival in the little town of Bethlehem. Hallelujah to the Lord, sing holy, he was born to save the world from sin. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. Sing glory to God in the highest, peace on earth and goodwill to men. Heavenly angels announce his arrival in the little town of Bethlehem. Hallelujah to the Lord, sing holy, he was born to save the world from sin. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. Sing glory to God in the highest, peace on earth and goodwill to men. Heavenly angels announce his arrival in the little town of Bethlehem. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. Hallelujah, sing holy, he was born to save the world from sin. Glory to God in the highest, glory. Glory to God in the highest, glory, hallelujah to the Lord, amen. Amen, amen, amen. Glory to God in the highest.
24 minutes before the top of the hour. We're glad you tuned into the Wake Up Call. Rick, you had something over there you wanted to pass along?
I'll tell you what, guys. I think this is kind of an interesting little experiment. I was reading about some polls that people have been asked questions about, and this one was kind of cool. There's 3 different levels here. We'll go through those, and then we'll ask you guys the same question.
All right.
If you could have one question about your future answered, what would that question be? If you could ask and say, this is the one thing I want to know, what would that question be? Now, they polled adults 30 to 70
Okay.
And their question was, what is going to happen to my kids? Wanted to know what was going to happen to their kids. They could find out, if they were going to be successful, whatever the case may be. Now, Andrew, your bunch,
yes, sir.
Ages 13 to 30, said the question was, will I be financially secure in my future? Wanting to know if they'll be financially secure. Now, this is 13-year-olds to 30-year-olds.
If Andrew stays in radio, we know the answer to
We
that.
know the answer to that. You was asked that question about retiring early. No. Just know that. And then kids 5 to 12 were asked the same question. And they said if they could ask one question, they would ask, will I be famous?
That's good.
I can see that in today's
So
world.
will I be famous? So kids 5 to 12, their one question, will I be famous? Young adults 13 to 30, will I be financially secure? And adults 30 to 70, what's going to happen to my kids?
I don't think I've ever been in the age range with 70, 30 to 70. That's a huge.
Well, they're looking at families and parents
Right.
and stuff like that, kind of where you're at. And, there's no telling what the 30-year-olds were asking, but I mean, the majority want to know what's going to happen to my children.
Honestly, and I know this is a real cop-out, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I really don't want the answer to anything in the future.
It's a scary,
I know that's
scary
crazy.
thing
You'd rather
to
not
think
know.
about,
I'd
right.
rather not know. I sure don't want to know when I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
I don't really want to dwell on if the kids are going to be okay or anything like that. I kind of have to just trust God's got everything in handling it. I don't really want to know. I know that's crazy, but it's true.
Because it would change your actions. You kind of like Back to the Future. It messes
Right.
everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy, you have.
I think maybe that's what happened with 2020.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I would ask. I'd be interested in, I don't know, something like, what am I going to be doing when I'm 60 or 65? What job am I going to have at that point? But I think overall, the question I would ask, I know this is a little bit strange, but when specifically is the Lord coming back? If I could know the answer to that, I'd be really interested about that, because that would tell me a lot. I think.
Yeah. Something, and I'm not going to get off into a long deal about this, but it's funny how we talk about when the Lord comes back, he doesn't even know. I mean, only God the Father knows.
Yeah.
And, that's crazy about that. I think my one question would be what is the future of Christianity in this country?
That's a good.
I would like
that's a
to
good
know
question, yeah.
which way it would be going. If it's going to get worse, it's going to get better. I mean, what influence will the Christians have on this world? I'd like to know that. But you think about those questions that one question you'd like to be able to ask. So
Andrew's mom said she's with me. She doesn't want to know.
She
the
don't want to
future.
know.
No.
Yeah.
It may be an age thing that us around the 60 age group. There's not that much left. I don't really want to know.
What if it was the answer was something awful?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you found out something bad news or something.
Right.
Well, then you'd spend the rest of your life trying to fix something
Exactly.
and change it.
But see, that's why I feel like if I was able to get the answer of when would the Lord come back, that there's not a bad answer to that question. To me is whenever he comes is when he comes, and whether I get to see it or not, I mean, that's up to God, but there can't really be a bad answer to that question. That's kind of why I want to ask it, if I'm going to ask anything.
I can tell those folks asking about what's going to happen to your kids, I can tell you how you can fix that right now. Raise them right now, and that way when they get older, they won't depart from it.
Yep. Two things. Give them the foundation and turn them over to God, because really it's God's hands. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you're in Arkansas, your tooth.
Your tooth.
Hi, this is Pastor Dwayne Barnett. Graham Church of God invites you and your family to come and worship with us. Service starts Sunday morning at 9:45 for Sunday school. Sunday worship is at 10:30 a.m. Wednesday we meet at 7 o'clock p.m. and we offer something for the whole family. We offer senior adult ministries, ladies ministries, youth and children's ministries as well. Transportation is also available for all services. No matter who you are or where you have been in life, you are always welcome to join us. Please come worship with the Graham Church of God at 1417 Remington Street, where all are welcome. Graham Church of God, a church more concerned about your future than your past.
Hi, This is David Barton. Be sure to listen to Wall Builders Live on Y100.5 FM because your family matters.
Y100! Okay, here we go. 6 ways you're ruining your teeth. I've always been pretty good about my teeth. I've got the majority of them still in my head. I've been pretty pleased with them. I think they're a little bit more yellower than they should be because I drink so much iced tea.
Yes.
And I try to fight it, and I'm just not into that whitening thing, but they're all there, and they're still in pretty good shape.
Orange oil.
I'll take them. Do what? Orange?
Essential oils.
Yeah.
Orange oil. I put a drop on my toothbrush.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That help?
Yeah.
Does it really? All right, so here we go with some things that are tearing up the enamel. You got to be careful on this, so pay attention.
Yes, sir.
Swimming. Swimming may be good for your heart and lungs, but excessive chlorine in the water can mess up your teeth. I had no idea.
I don't swim, so it doesn't matter.
Snacking. When you eat a large meal in one sitting, your mouth produces a lot of saliva, which helps maybe taking the food and digesting it, but you also need to be thinking about your tooth decay and brushing afterwards. That makes sense. Diet soda.
Yes.
If soda's sugar-free, it must be okay for your teeth, right? Nope. The acids in, I guess that would be that aspartame and whatever else, that is also a big problem. So you got to make sure that you drink water immediately after you drink a diet soda to neutralize an acid attack on your teeth.
They're also finding out that the aspartame is leading to early dementia in a lot of people, too.
This is really, you know something else I looked up is blood types for Alzheimer's, and A, B, and AB are more susceptible to Alzheimer's than O positive.
Really?
Or O blood.
Wow.
I don't know what type I am. I should.
I'm A.
You're A?
Yeah.
I'm O. Let's see. Birth control pills. They trick your body into thinking it's pregnant, which is not good for your teeth. Never knew that.
No idea.
All right. Number 5 on the list is your toothbrush. You may have the wrong toothbrush. The bristles, you need to be using it correctly. In fact, I'm going to try it. It's a little expensive, but I want to try that toothbrush that does the water, because I like to use the water pick.
The water pick.
So I want the water pick in the toothbrush at the same time and see if that's different. Because my gums are in really good shape. I'm really pleased with them, but I want to keep brushing and doing my thing. Because you know what? Jamie Epperson, she doesn't mess around.
She don't mess around.
No. And then when you even get in with her support staff over there, they're not going to mess around either. So
they're amazing.
I always love it when Dennis asks you questions like, "When's the last time you flossed?" Well, when's the last time I was here?
Or they do a cleaning, and then whatever they pull out, they make you look at for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Look at this dead raccoon you had in your mouth there.
All right, number 6 on the list is the whitening. Doing it too often can damage your teeth, so just keep that in mind. That the whitening pop-up shops in the local mall, you need to be real careful about them because they're using very abrasive stuff or aesthetic stuff as well. So keep that in mind.
Well, thank God there's one thing not on the list.
What was that?
Coffee.
That's the same problem with the yelling. You got to whiten them up.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, I was sitting there on pins and needles waiting for it.
No,
don't drink your coffee.
No, it didn't say anything about coffee, so you're good.
Lord. Thank you,
All
Lord.
right.
Andy, Rick, and Tim's the Wake Up Call. I like to think about a paradise somewhere beyond the blue. A mansion waiting in the eastern sky, maybe next door to you. We'll go parading through the distant star right down the Milky Way. The plan is to Don't you know I'm moving up to glory land. I made my reservations long ago, the day I gave up sin. And when my mansion's ready, this I know I'm gonna move right in. I have a vision of a happy place where friends and love wants me. Right on the corner of Love Avenue and Hallelujah Street. Moving up to glory land. Oh, yes, I'm moving on to His garden. Don't know when I'm leaving, but I'm ready to go. When I get to heaven, I'll be welcome, I know. Don't you know I'm moving up to glory land. Moving up to glory land. Oh, yes, I'm moving on to His garden. Don't know where I'm leaving, but I'm ready to go. When I get to heaven, I'll be welcome, I know. Don't you know I'm moving up to glory land. Moving up to glory
All right, 11 minutes before 9 o'clock. Boy, this morning went by extremely fast, didn't it?
Boy, did it ever.
Everything good in your world?
Yes.
Good. How about you, Andy?
Yes, sir.
Any closing thoughts, my friend?
Me or anybody else?
Anybody else? I think we're probably ready to wrap up. Poor Andy.
all you, Andy.
Poor
All
Andy.
right.
He's in his master control
I
room.
am.
We
I
ought to for our Facebook watchers, the Facebook Live fans, we ought to try to show everybody what he's up to back there. And I have to take his camera and hold it and move it and then kind of show you all the buttons that he has to push.
We can do a video with a little tour.
Yeah.
Just wear your shoes tomorrow, Andy.
Okay. I am wearing my shoes.
Are they on again right
they
now?
Are. They
Very
are.
good.
All right.
All right, close us out.
Yes, sir. Go out and do something nice for someone today.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.